next season, VAR, keep it or not?
Just get rid of it.
Personally, I would get rid of it.
No, get rid of it. It's doing my head in. I can't be bothered with it. It's ruining everything.
Let's talk about VAR. We'll begin with Man United-Chelsea game. So it ended 0-0, but there was an incident where Harry Maguire had his arms around the neck of Azpilicueta and brought him down to the ground. Now, I asked this from a Man United fan's perspective. How is that not a penalty?
Right, or unless I was watching WWE, but I'm sure that I wasn't, but his hands were around his neck and obviously he was dragging him down. Now, I've been to Old Trafford twice, right, for Man United Chelsea twice away, right, and there is no screen in there. They've got the VAR monitor just on the side of the field. If he went over to that and checked it, I guarantee it, yeah, he would have blown it and said penalty straight away. I think that VAR favours United because obviously when a Manchester United player goes down, all the time, yeah, it goes to look at the monitor and then the referee just goes, yeah, penalty straight away. When it happens to Chelsea, it's like, get up, play on. The people behind VAR, there's different operators each week and they have different opinions. So it literally depends on which operator you get each week. And it either goes in your favour or it doesn't. So this season, I just think it's been a bit of a joke, even having something in place that's supposed to be accurate, supposed to be 100% accurate, and is completely ruining the game. It's all human interpretation, and it's never gonna be 100% right. To see something being sent to the screen or sent to a higher power who can watch it as many times as they want, and then to still get it wrong, for me, that is so much more frustrating to see than to see someone accidentally get an offside call wrong or think it's a penalty when it's not. That happens, that's part of football. We had another incident during Liverpool-Sheffield United game. So where the ball hit Robertson's arms while he was running in the penalty area. I think we know that's not a penalty. I think we agree on that. But we've seen that given a penalty against Man United. Lindelof was in a similar situation. It was again given against Spurs. Liverpool could have been 2-0 down. Liverpool could have dropped points. And other teams have dropped points because of that. And if the rules suddenly change mid-season, is it fair to other teams? I think that if it changed, it would be good for teams like Fulham who are struggling and West Brom and that. Because obviously they're desperate for points. In my point of view, we should just keep it for another year. If it doesn't work out, then we can just take it away again. I think if you asked, say, Eric Dyer, do you think the handball rule needs changing now? He'd say yes. I mean, I know he'll obviously be frustrated that it had a negative effect on him prior to the change. Players want to know that they can not have to stand with their hands behind their back every time they go to defend a cross, and know that if the ball does accidentally hit them on the arm, then it's not a penalty. So I think for the players as much as anything else, they'll want the rules to change just so they can be at peace of mind when they're playing. Sort of whenever there's an issue, there's no point waiting until the end of the season, because then by the end of the season the same incidents happen 50 times and we're sick to death of it. So there's a lot you want to say about Van Dijk. Just how do you feel after that game? I don't think I've ever been so angry, to be honest with you. Maybe a little bias coming from me, but I generally feel like the Everton manager deliberately wanted to take Van Dijk out. And I think Pickford, if you look at it, because I've watched it time and time again because it's made me so miserable to lose our best player, I generally think he knew what he was doing. That is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever seen in my life. I can't say I completely agree with you, because that's some serious accusation you made there. Well, I'm still angry. The derby wasn't that long ago. I mean, the referees decided he was offside first, so that foul on him wasn't given. But with the current VAR situation in the Premier League, assistant referees tend not to raise their flags. They want the play to go on and check back with VAR. So in that case, players wouldn't know that he was offside when Pickford went for that challenge. No one knows Van Dijk was offside. The play was going on. Surely he should have been penalised for that challenge if none of the players have stopped playing, right? I've heard from some sides that the VAR have looked at it and decided that it's not worthy of a red card, which I can't understand how you can see that and not see it as a red card. I'd like to think there's no malice behind it. I think Pickford's had sort of a lot of stick, and rightly so, because I don't think he's a very good goalkeeper at all. The penalty shouldn't be awarded because he's offside, but regardless of the penalty awarded or not, that is serious foul play. That's endangering. Obviously,
endangering the well-being of another player who's obviously now out for an extended period of time. So he should have been sent off for it. There's no question about that.
All I'm going to say is I hope they don't show the face around Liverpool and go to the pub or something like that, because when you get all the Liverpool baddies around, we still don't know if he'll be 100% after that. There's still, I mean, he's still going through surgery. So I feel robbed of a player and no consequences.
Next season, VAR, keep it or not?
Just get rid of it. It's ruining football.
Personally, I would get rid of it. In reality, I think VAR is unfortunately here to stay. I've said before, and I watched the final of the rugby league this morning, the Australian Rugby League, and they have a thing called a captain's challenge. So at one point in a game, a captain can disagree with the decision that a referee's made. If Azpilicueta turned around to the ref and go, no, I want to use my captain's challenge, go and have a look at the screen, the ref would look at that and, in my opinion, give a penalty, and that's the right decision. So is that something they could look at implementing?
No, get rid of it. It's doing my head in. I can't be bothered with it. It's ruining everything. Get rid of it.
I would say keep it. But, you guys, because I support United, so.
When it starts turning on you, Kev, I'm going to come back and ask you the same question. Because it will turn on you at some point.
We'll record this bit of the interview. We'll bring it back to you in about 6 months' time when United get screwed up by penalty decision.
Yeah.
节目的最后呢，还是留给大家一个问题：你认为现在的视频裁判助理问题出在哪儿了？该如何去改进？那么在评论区留下你的看法，别忘了点赞、转发、关注我们，下期再见。